Welcome to our channel. Crows and Owls. A colony of crows dwelt in a great banyan tree in a forest. The name of their king was Cloudy. The crows were constantly harassed by their powerful enemies, the owls. Their king, Foe Crusher, would attack any crow he came across. Woo-it! Then one day, Cloudy called a meeting of his 5 counselors. The owls are becoming a menace. They are arrogant and powerful, and they attack us at night when we cannot see. We cannot counterattack during the day because we don't know where they dwell. Advise me, counselors, what should we do? Let us sue for peace. It is always advisable to make peace with powerful foes. I don't agree. One should never make peace with wicked creatures. Let us declare war on the rascals. The enemy is vicious and powerful. I advise neither peace nor war, but a change of residence. Let us go away from here. Go away where? A crocodile, if he stays at home, can defeat an elephant. But if he leaves his swamp, even a dog can make him run. I say, let us stay here and fortify our positions. In my humble opinion, we should form alliances with other friendly birds. Then Cloudy turned to a very old crow named Livestrong. And what do you advise, revered sir? I advise duplicity, my lord. Attack me at once with a great show of anger. Attack you, my wisest minister? Yes, we must put up this show for the benefit of our friend over there. An owl? Let him think we have fallen out. Throw me out of the tree, then with all your subjects. Fly to Antelope Mountain, and what will you do? I will befriend the owls and win their trust, and then I will find a way to bring about their doom. Now do as I say, you coward. How dare he speak like that to our king? I will wring his neck for him. Leave him to me. So you have turned traitor? We don't want any traitors here. They are fighting amongst themselves. Get out and stay out. The owl lost no time in reporting what he had heard and seen to his master, King Folk Crusher. Your Majesty, the crows are fighting amongst themselves. They have thrown out one of their ministers. Then this is a good time to attack them. A disorganized enemy is easily defeated. Follow me, my friends. Folk Crusher and his owls attacked the banyan tree with blood-curdling war cries. Woo! Woo-ee! But they soon realized that there was not a single crow in the tree. The cowards have fled. Old Livestrong, who had been watching the proceedings from the ground, was pleased with the way things were going. The first part of my plan has succeeded. Next comes the most dangerous part, but there's no turning back now. Well, here goes. Ka. Look, a crow. I'm no ordinary crow. I am Cloudy's minister. Be good enough to inform your master of my presence. I have much to discuss with him. I'll fetch him. The owl soon returned with Folk Crusher, who was astonished to see the battered condition of the old crow. How have you come to such a sorry state, my dear sir? This is the way I have been rewarded for giving good advice, your majesty. My master Cloudy became furious with me when I urged him to pay you tribute. He assaulted me and threw me out of the tree. Henceforth, I shall work for the destruction of all crows. Now I throw myself at your mercy. I will talk it over with my advisers. Folk Crusher had 5 ancestral counselors. Their names were Red Eye, Fierce Eye, Hook Nose, Flame Eye, and Wall Ear. The crow seeks asylum. What is your opinion? Red Eye, slay him without further delay, my lord. He is a crow. But the other counselors were more charitable. Grant him refuge, O king. It would be wrong to kill one who seeks your protection. He may prove useful to us in our war with the crows. Do not listen to them, your majesty. Slay him. He is up to no good. I have already made up my mind, Red Eye. The crow stays with us. We shall take him to our fortress. The owls lifted up Livestrong and carried him to their fortress. I have fooled them all except that shrewd Red-Eye. He has guessed my true purpose. This is our fortress, sir. Here you may stay in comfort and honor. Ho, there. Make our guest comfortable. Look after his needs. If I stay in their midst, it will be difficult for me to go about my business without being observed. O king, it would not be proper for me to enter your fortress. I am, after all, a crow and unworthy of the honor. Give me a little place near the gate, and that is enough. You may stay near the gate if it pleases you, my friend. The second part of my plan has gone through successfully. I can come and go as I wish. Livestrong made himself comfortable near the gate and began to enjoy a life of ease and comfort, uninterrupted by Red-Eye's hostility. Have some rice, Your Honor, and here are some mangoes. How they pamper him, it makes me sick. We are fattening him while he is planning our destruction. He must be laughing at us. Your Majesty, the crow must go. He is making a fool of you. Red-Eye, leave that poor creature alone. He is harmless. They won't listen to me. I can't stay here any longer. Red-Eye gathered his followers and told them to pack up their belongings. The end is at hand. I cannot save the king as he refuses to be guided by me. Let us at least save ourselves while we can. Anyone who continues to live here does so at his own peril. Let us go forth and seek another fortress in the mountains. Livestrong was overjoyed when he saw Red-Eye leaving the fortress with his followers. Only he could have foiled my plans. The rest of them are numbskulls. The days of the owls are numbered. From tomorrow I shall start building my nest of death. Each day thereafter, Livestrong went into the forest and returned with a twig which he dropped inside the gate. I am building a nest, Your Majesty. I hope you do not mind. Of course not. Let us know if you need any help. Soon there was a large pile of twigs at the gate, but none of the owls stopped to wonder why their guest required so big a nest. Then one morning, when the owls were asleep, Livestrong quietly left the fortress. He flew directly to a nearby mountain where Cloudy and the other crows were waiting for him. We are delighted to see you back with us. How was your stay with the owls? I shall give you a full account of my adventures later, my lord. But we have work to do now. Let every crow take up a burning twig and come with us. Soon, an army of crows, led by the tireless Livestrong, was streaking through the morning sky. There is the cave. Drop your twigs on the nest and set it on fire. The crows did as they were told. Thud! And soon, fire! The cave is on fire! The owls, still half asleep, tried to rush out of the cave, but were beaten back by the flames. The crow has done this. I should have listened to my faithful red eye. We are doomed, doomed. Ah! The cave closed as it was from all sides became a fiery furnace. Those of the owls who managed to evade the flames were suffocated by the fumes. All of them, including King Crusher, perished. And thus did the crows rid themselves of their powerful but dim-witted enemies, the owls.
The end.